It's always quite fun to do something unexpected, to be unexpected. So I'm gonna be trying something new. This might be slightly awkward. I am going to do something unexpected. Okay, so I'm playing around with new things and helping out my eye-hand coordination at the same time. This is a foundation brush. This is BB cream. I'm basically smoothing over and providing a base. And then this needs to get cleaned. Okay, so fun thing, among other things, when I really, really want to surprise people, I like to exercise to Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and the classic party song, Lich mich in Ars, which was terrible German. Yikes, that was terrible German. And can be roughly translated into lick me in the ass. An entire song for a choir of men singing in a round about bums. It's unexpected. And I am going to, this is things that bring me joy. And if there's a weird sound. Now, the thing about makeup is, sometimes you just want to brighten things up. Another thing that I like to do is just add a little bit of color to the face to look alive. I lost the entire morning taking tests and things like that because I didn't do not breathe on the brush like I just did. That is a very germy thing to do. Smile wide. Get the apples of your cheeks. And if you'll notice, I just used my foundation brush, which get it up in there. And so a little bit of that. Also Falco's Rock Me Amadeus, which probably isn't so weird for a musical playlist, especially not for exercising because it does have some oomph to it. And getting in there and helping out your eye-hand coordination, which kind of suffered because brain damage. Okay, so then there's just get in there and enjoy. I also highly recommend Scott Bradley's Postmodern Jukebox. It's a lot of fun. Mr. Bradley does a fantastic job on the piano, and basically the band goes to, it takes modern songs like I'm All About That Bass, which is a love song to the bum and to curvy women, and turns it into a 30s style anthem. Or Mad World, which was done sort of as a jazz piece between Puddle's Pity Party and Haley Reinhart. Things like that, and not just musically. Don't make people wonder just musically. You want to play with this kind of stuff. You enjoy to love. And you don't really need a lot, by the way. What I'm basically doing is a very simple makeup look because I'm going to wash off immediately because I'm just sitting at home. Post-test, brightening things up and trying to find something to do with my hands. Goodness gracious, because I am gosh awful at sitting still, which has always been the bane of my existence, quite frankly. And I've already pre-prepped and everything else, so really what we're doing is you're gonna see some very strange faces in a second. So basically, don't think that everything needs to be like everyone else. Don't be all like, oh, well, I have to fit in. I have to listen to this kind of music, or I have to do this thing over here. No. Be you. Be you, baby. Do good. Do yourself well. I'm cheating on my wing here because I really love the kitten eye. It's not quite as bold as the usual. It's not as bold as the traditional eye, but it works well, especially if you're still working on your eye-hand coordination, which is important. One thing I tell people who are freshly diagnosed with neurological conditions is to find an art project that they love. There is a project involving those fake books that you can glue and stack together and then, paint them up to look more like old books a little bit, and then, add your own title, add your own fun to it. And sorry, I'm gonna hide my face again. And add a strap. There's actually a tutorial by Rachel Mosey, which I am going to put in the description. Oh dear, that's terrible. Okay, and it's a lot of fun and based on an actual purse that was sold in the 1950s. And one that looks a heck of a lot of fun. So I would like to do that because a girl can never have enough purses, and I do love vintage style. As she sits here in a typical t-shirt. So I'm also wearing PJ pants because I was doing exams today and didn't really feel like dressing, even though I'm putting on makeup as we talk. And I apologize for the time. This will probably... So basically, I made a slight oopsie, so I'm basically just waiting for the makeup remover to dry, and then I'm going to redo. Remember, it's okay to make mistakes. I probably won't be doing another makeup video ever again, but I'm kind of I wanted to, like I said, try something new, make them wonder, enjoy. So yeah, I am putting on makeup on an exam day in which I basically put on a fresh pair of pajamas because I couldn't really be bothered to get dressed, which I know goes kind of against that vintage loving vibe, but if you must know, I got them from a place that sells mostly vintage clothing, so I think it counts. And so we go. And so, yeah, I will, so basically my advice is listen to anything that your little heart desires that makes you happy and gets you to move. And don't let anyone tell you have to act this way or you have to act that one, because you are you, and it's really not anyone's business whatsoever how you, please do not conform, because conforming to every little social rule, it's just bupkis. And quite frankly, as I just said, conforming to every little social rule and having to do everything and be perfect and, you know, go along with the crowd. Dudes, I tried it for so many years, and I can tell you that it is absolute buckus. There we go. I don't know why I just misted myself with the stay thing, because quite frankly, here I am in my pajamas having just put on makeup because I am that kind of girl. Do I carry my purse everywhere a la Sophia from the Golden Girls? Yes, I do. Okay, so what I'm basically saying is, here are some suggestions. I highly recommend Wolfgang Amadeus's song about bum licking. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was not just a polite dude who wrote music that you use to educate 5-year-olds. He also had a very dirty sense of humor and talked about butts a lot. And Beethoven also apparently had a somewhat similar personality. He didn't really care, and yeah, he was actually quite a gallivanter in his. Don't let people say that he just basically wrote music. He also had his fair share of the chicks. So anyway, whatever it is, whatever makes your little heart happy, go do the thing. And if you can help make other people happy, good, but make sure that you start with yourself, because the vessel that you're in is so important, and you don't really need people to be like, oh, well, you're selfish. Anyway, take your time and don't be like me. I am trying to find a way to actually relax today, and it's going really well. I've made cookies, I've exercised. I lost the entire morning because I was doing studying and exams. But also I'm spending some time with a book that I want to read for pleasure, and as opposed to textbooks, I'm practicing self-care like people always tell me to do. And I am resting because it's been a heck of a week. Anyway, you're loved. Take good care of yourself.